that's not an energy drink. That is avocado oil. Alright, today on 1,000 milligrams of caffeine. Oh, Jesus. Welcome back to part 19 of Energy Drink Reviews.
Part 19.
Today, in store, we have 2 goat fuels, which I have never had in my entire life. Cooper has not had these flavors, but he has had the drink.
I have got a goat fuel.
And we got a super coffee, which I also don't think I have had in my entire life. I have definitely had a sip of one from Austin.
Yeah, you've had at least a couple sips from ones I've had in the past, but we've never had one in Energy Drink Review, and we've never had a goat fuel in Energy Drink Review, so we actually get to go over ingredients and discuss things that aren't just the flavor. Skirt. He's Instagramming.
How could I not? Goat fuel for me is just such a sleek can. Like first of all, I like the thin can like Celsius has. Probably my favorite slenderness of a can. Yeah. Anyway, probably a 9 out of 10 for me, fun factor wise. And I wouldn't even say it's necessarily the funness of it. It's just that it's like one color. I like the logo, and it tells you what it's like, what about the drink like right on the front. So that's why I like it.
I feel like it's also like very like up itself. It's like being goat. Like it's the goat drink. It's
I think
the
it's
greatest
saying
of
this.
them all.
I think it's saying
It fuels
yeah,
goats.
It fuels the goats.
So it itself is not the goat drink. It just fuels the greatest
Fuels
of
the
them all.
greatest.
It fuels the greatest of them all.
Which I guess you could make an argument that then that would mean ingredients.
This drink has what it fuels me, the goat. How presumptuous.
That's good. Cool. I know it has.
So like the cool, the cool thing that stands out to me with these is the mushroom powder, is the cordyceps.
Yeah.
I don't think I've come across any other pre-made drink yet that has adaptogens in it like that.
What exactly does that help with?
So all the different like mushrooms have some sort of a different effect, but one of the biggest things they do is they help your body adapt. Well, not your body, your mind adapt to things.
Okay.
So
I knew it was more of a cognitive effect.
yeah.
rather
So
than-
like cordyceps, like it's going to promote. I've literally mentioned this I don't know how many times before. I feel like I'm on repeat whenever I say it. Neural synaptogenesis.
Oh.
It's the formation of new neuronal connections in your brain.
Uh-huh.
But it has like, has a.
That bug.
Okay. They have a symbiote, it's not really symbiotic,
Fucker that
really.
attacked me like 4 weeks ago.
It probably is, dude. He's probably back to attack you, like smack the other side of your mouth.
Ugh! It wasn't my mouth, it was like my ear.
But I will say though that honestly, other than that, there's not too much other to. You won't be able to hear anything that we're saying over the wind. There's not too much of like anything else to like discuss or talk about that makes this drink stand out. It's pretty generic. Beyond that point,
What do you give it ingredients wise?
let's see. It does get a -1 for me from having Ace K in it. But other than that, and it's not this like an extreme amount of caffeine. Okay, and this a little bit of sucrose, but I only give that a half because I don't hate it that much. It's in here. So I give it an 8.5
Interesting.
for ingredients.
8.5. I feel like that's fair for sure. And definitely interesting with the addition of the mushroom.
Mhm.
Do you want to start with the goat fuel?
Yes, definitely with the. Yes, with the goat fuel.
You sure?
Yeah.
Have our calories later.
Sure.
Closer one.
Well, I'm just trying to think about like what it's gonna be like in here. So like I'd rather have these two in here and then like the milky thing
yeah.
afterwards.
Smells good. Smells very tropical. Very, very tropical. Green.
it does have
I may
a couple color with fruit and
I don't know
vegetable
if I got too
juices.
much there. Your thing is so wide, it's hard to tell. I probably got too much.
You're damn right it is.
No, I feel like you got more. Whatever, fuck it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh. Oh, gosh, that tastes like a summer gummy worm.
I like that.
It tastes like a candy to me, like a gummy candy. That tastes more like sour white gummy worm than the sour white gummy bear rain.
Yeah, I like that I can actually
pretty
taste something that doesn't just taste like energy drink.
Right. Yeah, it actually has kind of a unique flavor. It's not just that energy drink blend taste with like a little bit of flavor on top of it.
Dude, I should have brought one of my freaking hoodies over here. My pecs feel so hard right now.
Yeah.
Get that away.
Turns out the camera's like, it's not actually recording this way, it's recording that way. So we just don't know what we're talking about. So thick. My pecs are so hard. Give that a big whiff. Oh! That's a 9 out of 10. It gets a 9 out of 10 ingredient wise for me. I really like this drink. Alright. Orange. It's so orange!
I do like the drinks that try to move towards something a bit more natural. And that's almost kind of like what I feel like, maybe not even so much Monster, but like Rain sometimes tries to do. Like they're a better alternative, like they're more natural energy drink, and they're really not.
They're not, and they have way too much caffeine.
Yeah.
Like 300 milligrams of caffeine is, and like we're huge too. We're not normal. Think about a 140-pound girl going in there and having a 300 mil. Like, that's crazy. That's a lot. I mean, it's not It's not a crazy amount of caffeine relative to what you can have, but just for one drink, that's a lot. You know. And I almost feel like that's. I mean, they're obviously better marketing-wise than I am. I'm not that marketer like, in any way, but I almost feel like that would deter you from buying more than one of them, or drinking more than one at a time.
You would think it would.
You would think it would, but like most people, if you think about it, don't even know or care how much caffeine is in a drink. They just think energy drink, and it's like energy drink. Like I remember,
like it's a little bit more caffeine than a cup of coffee.
like yeah, if I drink a Monster, well, most people, especially older people, think that like an energy drink is like horrible. It's like horrible for you, like, and it's not great for you. We're not saying it's great for you, but like compared to what people think it is.
Yeah, you either have
like
those people
if I
who
drink
don't
like
care about
a
it at
Monster, like I remember not naming any names, so there were like specific people that were like, oh my gosh, like you're drinking a Monster. It wasn't my parents or anything, but it was an older group of people, and they're like, "Whoa, that's horrible! Yeah, horrible for you." I'm like, I have like, like maybe.
Can you tell me why it's horrible? That's what I want to ask.
Yeah, like that's horrible. Horrible for you.
What
I'm
can
like,
you tell me?
Why
about
is
that?
it horrible? I'm like, why? Like, I'm like, you realize that per fluid ounce of this Monster, like, and the number one thing they say is like all the caffeine. You're getting so much caffeine. I'm like, per fluid ounce of this Monster, this 16-ounce can of Monster, you're getting less caffeine than coffee. Like, if this were a giant cup of coffee, like the whatever they call it at Starbucks, the large,
the actual like
the large one,
the big one,
actual big
Venti.
one, a Venti has 400 milligrams of caffeine in it. If you just get like a black coffee, you don't get a bunch of creamer in it. Versus like, if you have 2 cans of Monster, you're not even getting that. You're getting it to like 320. So or less than that.
Yeah.
Because it's got 140 milligrams of caffeine in a white Monster, which is the ones that I like.
Which is not to say like the ingredients in it, like that's more or less like the bad thing.
Right, that adds to it, but also that's not even. Most of the time, it's people say that it's sugar, And people say the caffeine, the
Yeah.
quantity of caffeine. That's
Yeah.
like 90% of what people say. Other than that, they're not saying anything bad about it. Like because they can't. They don't know what's in it.
Yeah.
People just don't know.
Yeah. And which, you know, if they're very much right, if they're talking about the sugar content, you're getting like a full sugar like Rockstar.
Yeah,
or,
no doubt. Those are shitty drinks, but like the sad thing is with like the way that energy drinks are going. I mean, if you go to a gas station and you look at the back of an energy drink can, I'd say 75% of the time it's going to say 10 calories, and it's going to be 0 sugar. The other 25% of the time, you got like your original Monsters, your original Red Bulls, your original Rock Stars, stuff that actually does have the calories. That's what was big 8 years ago. That's why people think energy drinks are terrible for you. People don't really realize that energy drinks now are not nearly as trash as they used to be.
Yeah.
So it just has that energy drink label, and so it's automatically like a shitty drink. It's just terrible for you.
And if you were to go get something like this too, like most energy drinks are still going to be better for you if you go for the low sugar alternative of an energy drink versus the low sugar alternative of, let's say, just like a Diet Coke or something like that, just because of the aspartame that's in them. Like that's what's causing metabolic issues. Like as far as like fake sugar goes, is the aspartame in the drinks. Whereas most like
no aspartame.
Yeah, most energy drinks don't even have that. They never did.
Right, and the thing also is that energy drinks include a lot of ingredients that, you know, there's a lot of random energy drinks that have interesting ingredients in them. Like a lot of times, if you get like a Diet Coke, okay, you're getting 0 calories, you're not getting any sugar, there is aspartame, and there's no interesting ingredients. Like you're not getting electrolytes from that. There's no hydration from that.
There's
there's
zero
no
benefit to it.
Interesting ingredients that can help you in any way whatsoever. Whereas, like, if you look at a drink like this, even if you look at just really any, if you look at a Celsius or really almost any energy drink now, other than some of the crappier brands that we don't even like
Rockstar.
Pretty much, there's like some sort of interesting ingredient, even like a G Fuel.
Yeah,
that had
there's some kind of health benefit.
Right, there's something in there that puts it above even like a Diet Pop or something.
This would be a great discussion to have had for a podcast.
We can talk about it. I mean,
I like the other one better.
I do.
What was the other one? What do I have first?
Tropical berry. Tropical berry was better. Fruit punch isn't quite as good. I'm just now getting the punch flavor. Yep. It kind of reminds me of a Celsius in a way.
The only thing keeping me from freezing to death right now is the fact that the sun is like bearing down my back.
I feel like it's not that cold out.
It's gonna
take my
you're
jacket
wearing a
off.
sweatshirt.
I'm sweating.
You're sweating?
Yeah.
What's wrong with
You should
you?
feel my ass cheeks right now. They're absolutely soaked, dude.
That's insane.
I'm definitely due for a re-wipe. I'm kidding. Yeah, not as good as the green one.
Yeah, no.
I wanted a green and a blue today, but Cooper had the blue before, so.
I give the green like a 8 for flavor, and I give the red one like a 7.
That's fair. Yeah. That's definitely
And then
accurate.
for
Let's just throw these away.
for fun factor, I'd give the goat like I give it like an 8. I give it 8, 8.5. I like their design. I like them. They're pretty simple, pretty
I give it
clean.
a 9.
I do like the goat.
I like the simplicity. I love the goat. I like the black can. I think it's just cool. Should have just made it a Go Fuel day. It's like all Go Fuel.
Yeah, that's what it should have done actually. Instead of that.
Because there was literally like another flavor that you hadn't tried. Yeah, I'm a fan of those drinks.
I've had like every single super coffee flavor though. But I'm pretty sure I've only ever had this one like one time.
I have never.
So super coffee, very rare instance of us having something over 0, 5, or 10 calories for an energy drink. I almost kind of like almost want to call this a like a post-workout drink. I feel like it'd be better as that.
Yeah, a little bit. It's got the protein in it. You know, not a ridiculous amount of caffeine, but
Yeah.
200 milligrams is still significant. Um, like you had brought up, I think a couple months ago, you had brought up the idea of having caffeine after a workout.
I was thinking about saying that.
But I still feel like 200 is almost a little too much after a workout.
I mean, yeah, it could be. It's like the reason that I say that is because for the exact same reasons that you would want to have the effect
Blueberry
before a
latte.
workout, you're just exacerbating the thermogenic effects of your after
I
workout.
can't believe that's 10 grams of protein is 20%. That's mind blowing to me. So we got coffee, pea protein, which is good, natural flavor, MCT oil. We got potassium. I see that there is 110 milligrams of sodium in there. We got some monk fruit, organic green coffee caffeine, and Gellian gum. Gellian gum? Gellian gum? Not sure. But,
So I'm a
the
massive
MCT
fan of this
oil.
brand. I love Super Coffee. I especially love that they released a
Smells good.
plant-based line of their drinks.
That smells like a cigar.
Like that
Yes.
doesn't sound appealing at all.
No, it doesn't. But it smells good. It smells like cigar smoke to me.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Can you smell it?
I would have never come to that conclusion had you not said
But
anything
can you
about
smell it?
Yeah, I absolutely can.
Interesting. Oh, that is creamy.
It is creamy.
It's difficult to tell how much. It's Goku in your creamy coffee. The cream. Oh,
Hey,
oh yeah. I just didn't want the wind to blow it away.
yeah. So with the Super Coffees, noticeable things. Like I said, they do have a whey protein isolate based one, and they have the pea protein one, which is the one we have. The one I suggest to people is just easier on your gut. It's easier to digest. Your body can utilize it better. Just pea protein is just better to have. MCT oil. MCT oil is great. It actually drives up your adrenaline. It spikes your adrenal glands. Makes you burn a little bit more fat. MCT oil, medium chain triglyceride. It's also good for your gut. Good for your gut bacteria. Monk fruit. Always like seeing a better natural sugar alternative. Good for your pancreatic beta cells. Help become a little more insulin sensitive. And then instead of having the androgynous caffeine, it's got some green coffee. So something a little bit more unnatural to go with, but it's going in the garbage now.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's very the blueberry. Oh, it's a ladybug. It's just chilling on my leg. It's the blueberry flavor is ridiculously intense.
Yeah, it tastes like a cigarette.
I remember having this. I think this is actually like one of my least favorite flavors because it's
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan of that flavor.
I think this one doesn't have L-theanine in it.
No.
This one they usually do, which is strange to me. Yeah, this is. They have so many other flavors. This is definitely one of my least favorite ones, which is really disappointing because I love blueberry flavored things.
Yeah, it's there's like a certain type of blueberry. There's like when they put it in an energy drink, it's like a sweet blueberry. When they put it in like a muffin, it's a sweet blueberry. But when it's in like a cracker or a coffee, I feel like it's like you get the bitter notes of the blueberry when you get the sweet notes.
Yeah.
And I just don't. I'm not a huge fan of that.
It's like the tart side of the blueberry that you
As
wouldn't
far as
like.
like a coffee goes, and ingredient wise, really good brand.
Oh yeah,
Like,
ingredient wise, I'd give it like a 9.5.
yeah, it's just good.
It's solid. It's really solid.
Yeah, for sure.
Where are all these ladybugs coming from?
It's the sunlight. Just Put them on me.
Yeah.
Well, that concludes part 19, I think.
Yeah, part 19.
21.
21? This is 20. This was 20 today.
I thought it was 20. I thought it was, no, no.